This is Pat Bamber here for PSP Sports. I'm at the Andy Joshua versus Dominic Breazeale final press conference here at Sky Studios. With me, I've got Sky pundit from world champion Glenn McCRORY. How are you, Glenn? You all right?
Good, pal. Good. Great to be on your show, mate.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Firstly, Glenn, obviously just had the press conference saying out for Joshua and Breazeale. What do you make of the upcoming fight on Saturday night? Do you believe it's Joshua's hardest test up to date?
Yes, I think that the fights will be getting harder as they go by. I think Charles Martin came here, was very disappointed, seemed to have a very flippant, very light attitude of Anthony Joshua, didn't think he could get hurt. You know, obviously never seen a great deal of Joshua knocking people out. Where I think Dominic Breazeale has come, he knows it's going to be tough, he knows he's in with a puncher, he knows it's a chance for the Olympics in London together. So he knows exactly what he's doing. He's 30-year-old, he's bigger and taller than AJ, and this is something I want to see. I want to see AJ always dominates everybody physically. Yeah. This time he hasn't really got that. You know, this guy has been an American football player at university as well, so he's rough and tough, and could make this a very physical fight, which will set Joshua different tasks, different things to learn.
Sure. Obviously, as you said there, Dominic is bigger than Anthony. Only one of two opponents, I believe, other than Gary Cornish, who have been bigger than Anthony Joshua himself. Both Olympians, both with an amateur pedigree. What sort of things do you think are going to set this fight apart? What are the main factors that are going to decide who comes out on top?
I think Anthony needs to keep it very clean and good boxing, and doesn't need to get involved. I think if I was Breazeale trainer, I'd be telling him to get close, get a hold of him, push him about, pull him about, make it a physical fight, just to see how Anthony tires. If that's going to be a problem. We don't know that yet. We don't know if all those muscles that look so great, if when he's in a tough fight, it's the 10th round and you've thrown lots of shots, whether he's going to have the stamina to carry on. I think in time all those questions will be answered. I think they'll be answered in a positive way, but we're yet to see that.
Absolutely. And also, Glenn, in general, the world heavyweight scene, British world domestic heavyweight scene, it's rife right now with so many fighters, isn't it?
It's fantastic. I mean, two versions of the heavyweight title are held by English fighters. So,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's terrific, but I mean, the whole of boxing is, I think we were doing well up to the London Olympics. The London Olympics, the success was phenomenal, winning the boxing title. Sure. And we've moved on from them. Now all of a sudden, fighters used to go to America and used to think Americans coming here that we couldn't win. Sure. But all of a sudden, the Americans are coming here to the Brits thinking,
their payday.
I'm going into Lions Den. I'm going to Britain. Yeah. There's some tough fighters there. Yeah, so we've got more world champions than anybody else. So it's great for British boxing.
Absolutely. And in terms of world heavyweight scene with Wilder, Joshua and Fury as world champions, there's always talk about Joshua and Tyson Fury fighting, having that huge domestic clash here in Britain. Who do you think, for your bet, Glenn, for your money, who would you say the number one heavyweight in the world is at the moment?
The number one heavyweight is the man who beat the man, and that's Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, he beat Klitschko, beat him fair and square, beat him in his own backyard. So he's the top man. He's the man to beat. He's got his own big task in the return fight. Sure. And then we'll see what happens down the line. But I mean, there's Ortiz is undefeated fighter. Wilder's undefeated. Joe Parker's undefeated. Sure. Anthony Joshua's undefeated. Dominic Breazeale is undefeated. There's a lot of good up-and-coming undefeated fighters in the heavyweight division. Tyson Fury is undefeated. So I think boxing is often as good as the heavyweight division, and the heavyweight division is starting to fly again. Yeah. So we're in a great place. Britain's doing good, and I think we're all set to see who in the end is going to be the king of the heavyweights.
Absolutely. Well, obviously, firstly, Tyson Fury's got to get past Vladimir. Who do you think will win in that rematch?
I mean, unless at the minute you never really know what Tyson Fury. At the minute he's putting on an appearance of not being too interested. Now this is probably another one of his tricks in his games. And that's what he does, and that's how he messes people up, and that's how he messed Klitschko up last time. So I think if he can go into Klitschko's backyard and take the title away from him there, he can certainly do it at home.
Yeah, no, for sure. And of course with Alexander Povetkin as well, Glenn, got done for drugs.
There's other fighters. Yeah, no, I mean that's.
How can we get that out of the sport, Glenn? All the TEDs and stuff.
Do you know?
You think?
it's something that I think they're working on hard. The only way, you've got to punish them, you've got to catch them and punish them, and that's because they don't box for a while. Sure. And I think that's what has to happen. This sport is kept away from that for most of its existence, and I think we've got to keep it like that. It's very, very important that it never gets a foothold in the sport.
Absolutely, Glenn. I want to thank you so much for your time today at Sky.
It's been a pleasure, mate.
I really appreciate that.